So it's Pilates today, and we're actually going to go with some mat-based Pilates. So just cross your legs, and now uncross them and put them back the other way, like so. Lift your chest up and roll your shoulders back. So what you're doing, excuse me, it's run day again, hence the airwaves are open. So we'd normally sit like this. So I want you to lift the chest up and try and flatten the back out. Take the shoulders up to the ears and roll them back. Now just place your hands on your knees, because that keeps the pressure off your shoulders. So now I want you to rotate and look to the side. Don't let the head go any further than the shoulders, and then back over to the other side. Let's go. Keep it going. One more, and then stay in the middle. Put your chin into your chest and roll over so your ear is in line with your shoulders, and then bring it back again. Over to the other side so you can feel the stretch here. Now this time, let's go all the way around. So when you get to the shoulder, I want you to slow it down. You may hear some snap, crackle and pop. Don't worry, it's nitrogen in between your joints, and the other way. When your chin gets back into your neck, let's lift up. Now these legs, change them over. So now you feel super awkward. Good. Let's let the chin go into the neck and roll down. So it's all scrunching up here, and then walk your hands forward. So you're looking at your shins. Take it over to one side and bring it back to the other. Back to the centre. Keep the chin glued into the chest. Walk your hands back, or down, and your chin is the last thing to come up, so those shoulders go back, the hands go back on the knees, and then you uncurl. Now put both hands on one side, both of them on the floor if you can. You want to do that. I want you to do this and look at the wall behind you. You might find you're putting pressure on this leg to help you turn. It's all good. Keep lifting up. Let's bring it back round. Now take the legs out to the front. I know I'm being very, very nice and gentle with you this morning, aren't I? Don't worry, it's going to get better. Or harder. Arms in the air. Imagine somebody's got your fingers and they're pulling you up. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, come forward. Now you're either holding your toes or you're literally grabbing your shins. Your hands are underneath your legs and you're holding it. So we're here or we're here. We're not here, because that's all that is. All you're doing is putting your hands on your legs. This way we're encouraging a stretch. So can you put your elbows on your legs? Like that. Oh, shocking. And rock. Needed that after the run. Back to the centre. Release the toes or take your hands out. And uncurl. So got a bit of mobilisation going on there. Feeling a little bit looser. Lie down. On your side, but face me. So we're going to start with a half side plank. So the half is you're cutting your legs off. As you can see both of my kneecaps. One hasn't disappeared. I need to be able to see your kneecaps at all times when you're doing this. Now take the legs to the back. Shimmy forward slightly. And this elbow, put it directly underneath your shoulders and spread your fingers. Now lift your hips up. As you lift your hips up, push them forward so you can feel it here. Like, my temperature's returning to normal, so I'll take my top off so you can see what's going on. So right here, you can feel, the higher you bring your hips, the more you can actually feel the muscles working. When you can feel the muscles working, then guess what? They're working, which means it's progression. So what might feel a little bit hard today might or should feel easier tomorrow. So I'm taking my knees back so they're in line with my elbow and pushing my bottom forward. So feeling it here, because I'm lifting up and feeling the glutes. Now take a deep breath in. Can you do that? Down and up. It's not too much of a big movement. 2, 1. All right, now you can just turn over or you can flip sides. And we set up the same here. Take your time, elbow underneath the shoulder, knees stacked one on top of the other, all those fingers spread. Keep pushing the bottom forward, down and up. Keep it going. You could even now start to add your Pilates breathing. One more. Swap sides again. So now, we're actually going to take this a little bit further. You can come up onto your feet. I'd like everybody to try it, unless you have shoulder issues this morning. I want everybody to try to come up onto their feet, which is obviously taking your knees off the floor. I don't care if you do 1 or you do 500. The thing is, you've tried it, and that is the main thing. If you don't try it, you'll never know if you can do it. So I actually like to call it playing the cello, and you can do it with weights as well. Top leg to the front and bottom under. So remember, try it, and then you can put your knees down. Remember to stack them though, not that. Down and up. So it's a pulse up. Keep your bottom tucked under. Let's go for some times. Give me 30 seconds now. Can you feel it right there? It's really setting in now, even feeling the back of the waist. So if you think where you're feeling it, that's where it's working, and that's where you're getting your progression, and that's where you'll see your results. If you don't feel it, the chances are you're not going to feel the results as much. 3, 2, 1. Change sides. So if you had previously done halves and never thought to come up into a full one, and you've just done some, good for you. See, told you just don't know till you try. 3, 2, 1. Bounce away, baby. Arm in the air, pull it up. Somebody's got your fingers. See these here? Make sure you spread those fingers, because it takes the pressure off the elbow. So you might not feel that there's an awful lot of pressure on your elbow right now, but you do that and you'll feel the difference. Oh, I've got the dark watch on. Who knows what time it is? I really need to remember to put the light watch on for this. You keep going. Still can't see it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it here and hug. That's it. Put the chin down or put the head down, and you'll find that all here will straighten out or stretch out. Take the legs a little bit wider, come to one side. Can you get your chin on your knee? If not, it's fine. Hug it, ease it down. If you don't touch, you're still getting that stretch in the back. Let's go to the other one. Bring it up, legs together on one side, look behind you. And the other. Stretching in between, especially when your muscles are warm, helps to relax those muscles and hopefully avoid any sort of injury. Now, we got more. We're working an awful lot on the side plank. So we've just eased it into a side plank dip, also the cello. Got knees down and then knees up. Now, it's up to you, remember. We're here, leg out. 1, 2, in fact, let's just do that for 30 seconds. Quite high, feel it right there. This is the worst stopwatch in the world. So you're keeping the hip as high as possible and then the leg as high as possible. So you can see the abs are working. But that's the killer. Imagine if you had a booty band on now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You're getting warm. 2, 1. And bring it down. Let's swap sides. It's the beauty of Pilates. Small movements. Whirl of pain. Tuck your bottom under. Lift the leg. 3, 2. Keep that hip high. Go, go, go. Arm in the air. That should feel really quite nice. Now, if you alternate between flexing and pointing, you're going to feel the difference. Oh my God, that's a killer. So obviously, this is my weakest side. Smiling through the pain. Oh God. All right, bring it down. Give it a bit of a shake. We've got more. Turn over. So obviously we've got a progression. Bring this slightly forward. I keep inching it back. We've got a progression, because we always do. Excuse me. Elbow underneath your shoulder. Lift it up. Arm in the air. Your choice now. Here. Or here. Up to you. 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. Up and down. 6. I'm going to do 2 more. 7. 8. In my haste to get it finished, I fell over. Swap sides. So this is the last one in this set. We are coming back to it. We're doing an awful lot of side work. Off you go. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more for luck. Oh, don't like those. I've decided I don't like them. All right, bring it down. One leg, then the other leg. Bit of a twist. And then bring it back here. So we're going to take some pressure off the shoulders by doing a few roll downs now. Everybody likes a Pilates roll down. Now, I want you to think about this, keeping the knees pointing up to the ceiling. You don't have to focus on keeping your feet on the floor. That's kind of about the ankle flexibility, which will come. Your focus is on your tummy. So I've had a few people that have said to me, well, my Pilates teacher says make sure that your feet stay on the floor. And so I can't do a roll down. So do the roll down. Your roll down's about your core. Let the feet come up. We're never really stressed about muscles on the front of the foot. We want strong ankles, but that's kind of where it stops. Shoulders up to your ears. Roll it back. You see, as I've been talking to you, I've been like that. Let's lift up, pushing the chest forward. Now put the chin into the neck. Keep your knees pointing up to the ceiling. That's the only thing. So the legs don't do this or you go not kneed. Come halfway. Hold your Preston in. Bring it back up again. Lift up. So your hands are just a glide. Take it down. Remember, your chin is the last thing to come up. And I want you to give a reset every time you come to the front. So don't do that and then go back down again. You want to reset that wonderful posture. Chin the last thing to come up. When you go down on the floor, or when you finally hit the floor, take a few seconds to recenter yourself. Congratulate yourself as well. So when you get on the floor, your whole head is going to be on the floor. So just relaxing into the mat. Don't worry if you're not at this point yet. You take your time, because the more reps you do, the stronger you're going to get. So the chin into the neck. And up. So this is all about technique, to be honest. When I was working in gyms back in the other life, this I found differed from day to day. Some days I could do it, some days I couldn't. Now I'm doing a third of the work that I used to do, maybe less, and I'm finding it a lot easier. So rest is as good as anything for it. As you know, resting your muscles makes them stronger, gives them chance to recover, and constantly hammering away at it and not giving your body chance to recover is going to stall it. I know of a lady that exercises like a crazy person 7 days a week, and she won't listen to me and she won't listen to her friend, but she wonders why she can't lose weight. She's as strong as an ox though, but she'd be stronger if she took a break. Last one. Stay down. Yeah. Bring the knees into the chest and have a bit of a rock. Now, knees to tabletop or calves to tabletop. Hands on your knees and rotate. And then let's do the other way around. Put the legs back down. Remember, your legs are never straight when you're coming up. That puts too much pressure on your back. Let's bring it up into a sitting position. So remember all the teaching points. Remember what muscles you use to get you up. Chin in the neck and up. See, some days are easier than others. Now the fun part of a roll down is the actual rolling. So I want you to try rolling down and rolling back up again, or rocking down, rocking down. So you're going to pick the feet up, try and keep the knees on a 90-degree angle. Touch with the toes and back, but you don't have to touch with the toes. Try and keep the knees on a 90 degrees. What you want to do is that, because it's momentum, but keep your knees on the 90 degree, and what you'll find is that you have to use your core to do it. But the rocking is awesome for your back, especially if you're doing it at home on the carpet with a top on, otherwise you might get burnt. One more, and then stay down. Have a quick hug. Now you've relaxed, you've realised that was a good core exercise. Now put your hands underneath your head. Your feet are close to your bottom. Pressed it in your belly. Right, watch this. We've been here before with Pilates. I say it quite often. You can see my fingers. Because I'm a natural woman. And natural women have bums. Even men have bums. There is no way you can have that flat into the floor without making it happen. Naturally, it will never happen. But this is how you make it. There, that's it. I'm press-studding my belly button into my spine. I can feel the tops of my hips. This is all plastered. And then I relax. You can actually feel. You can hear the difference in my voice. It goes up slightly because I'm making my lungs smaller by doing this. They're kind of shoving upwards and then back here. It's not something you're wanting to do. It just happens naturally. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But can you feel that here? All of your ab muscles and your core muscles are working to keep your back on the floor. Now put your hands underneath your head. Keep looking up at the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Lift your head 5 centimetres off the floor and plaster your back into the floor. And back again. Here and back. It's nice and easy, isn't it? Now what I want you to do, lay one leg, bring it back. lay the other leg. Now if you want to, don't put that leg down and bring it back. See, I'm always looking up at the ceiling. My chin wants to do that. I don't want my chin to do that because I'm working my abs, not my neck. I don't want a big neck. Now we've got the leg up. What I want you to do now, if this is your right leg, take your right leg to 8 o'clock as you do it. Trying to keep from rolling, so don't roll over onto the side. Stay level, keep the hips up, bring it back. Take your other leg to 4 and back in again. Keep it up, here and back. You should have a little shake in your breathing with it. Up and back. When you're ready, hug your knees. I'm going to have a little cough. Up and back. Now, if you've had a little knee hug, what I want you to do now is to lift your head and lift one leg. You see, it's not far off the floor. Keep looking up at the ceiling and Pilates breathing. Give me 10 puffs and 10 pulses. Again. Again. Keep rounding. 2 more sets. One more set. Keep rounding your back into the floor. Hug. Well, that was 50. Let's do 50 on the other side. Let the weight of your head go into your hands. Plaster your back into the floor. 3, 2, 1, go. 10s. Can you feel it? One more set. And hug. I'm very warm. Very, very warm right now. I'm going to do my favourite stretch. Try and get your toes on the skirting board in front of you and your fingers on the skirting board behind you. That should feel really nice. Really pull all here in. It's not another exercise, it just actually feels really nice as a stretch. Now, bring the knees up and the feet together. I want you to put your hands under your head again. Lift your head up, but keep your feet on the floor. When you lift your head up, round your back into the floor. Take a deep breath in, keep that chin up, imagine your peach there. Up. Round, 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 and down. Again. Let's keep this up. Minimum of 10. Up and down. That should feel good. Once again, it's all here. The exercises we do tend to focus down the middle when we're in a normal class. So Pilates picks up the slack because there isn't a muscle that's left untouched. Give me one more and then just relax it down. Because we're progressing. If you want to, you can keep the feet or the head on the floor, up and down. Or you can just stick with the head. Up to you. Off you go. Up and down. So if you are picking your feet, and the same goes for if you're just picking up the head, every time you pick them up, you're rounding your back into the floor. Here and down. That's it. Now, without stopping, if you want to, you can alternate. Head, feet, head, feet. Now you're alternating. You can actually tell where this is hitting. So when you lift your feet, you realise it's your bottom abs. They're the ones that are just so notoriously hard to get. We've got so many exercises for them though, it's fun. Now, the last one in this particular section. Can you do both at the same time? Up and down. Breathe out. Breathe in. If you want to, we can make this a bit harder. Release your hands. Arms above the head to lengthen your lever. Touch your knees. Bring it back down. If you can go further, please feel free. If you can touch your ankles, great. But what I don't want you to do is that. Okay? Keep looking up at the ceiling. So I'm actually now touching the shins. I don't think I'll be able to touch my feet. Can you feel it? Give me 8 more, because we like 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. I've just gone to my watch. I've realised what time it is. 1. We're not done though. Bring the knees together and have a bit of a rock. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Right, now you've rested your arms. We're going back to your side plank. Rock up. Never miss a rocking opportunity. Onto the one side. And we're going to go for diamond knees. I do like a diamond knee. Elbow underneath the shoulder. I know I go on about it, but I want to save you some money. We need to look after the money lately. Knees in line. Arm in the air. Can you lift your leg? We've done it already, you say. Now put your toes on that knee. And open out. Extend. And down. Extend. And knee. 2 more. The exercise is in your stillness. Ooh, how very yogic. And down. I try to be elegant every now and again. Swap sides. And you feel the tension in the glutes and all around the core as well as you do that. Because you're using all of your muscles to stop you from falling, basically. That's what it is. Now, if you don't want to fall, and you're using your muscles to stop you from falling, it means you're using your core. So you're doing the job. Leg up. Point the knee up to the ceiling. One more. That was shaky. Hook your knees. We're not done. I think we might be though. Hug the knees. And uncurl. Before we finish, one more before we finish. It's the C crunch, but it's slowed right down. So we lie down, arms above the head. Take a deep breath in, have a wonderful stretch, one of those wonderful stretches. Breathe in and touch your ankles. Extend up and bring it back down. Now, any back issues, you keep your knees bent. So here is how you do it if your back's a little bit niggly or sensitive today. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm still feeling the work just by lowering those legs down. So we can smooth it out. 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Either way you do it, pressed it in, really plastering your back into the floor when the legs go up. It will be hard and it will come up a little bit. The harder you try though, the more you'll feel those abs. So let's smooth it. There's your back into the floor, legs in the air and down. Can you give me 7 more? Only 6 now. you could test yourself. How slow can you go? Ooh. Take it easy. I think I've got one more after this. Not entirely sure. You know I'm not very good at counting. We can count our beats as instructors, but we can't count our reps. Funny that. Hug your knees into your chest and have a bit of a rock. That was good. Give me another rock into a seated position and keep your feet off the floor if that's possible. Now, before you go, before we have a quick stretch, I want to show you another exercise for the bottom two abs. The leg shoot, out and in. You can put your hands behind you if you want to take some of the pressure. Give it a go and see if you can do 10 today. But right now we're going to stretch out. So I want you to cross your legs, lift up and walk your hands forward. Take your hands to one side, put your chin or your nose on the knee, but keep both bum cheeks on the floor. Change sides. So yesterday, nose on knee was not a problem. Today I'm a little bit tighter. A lot tighter. Back to the middle, uncurl, swap your legs over. Let's do it again. To the front, to the middle, to one side, over to the other side, back to the centre, and uncurl. One hand down, breathe in, breathe out. Change sides, breathe in, breathe out. Hands together in prayer, breathe in, breathe out. Namaste. Thank you very much for coming this morning, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you've had a good Pilates class. Well done.